In the case of the patient, John, who is 70, and as a doctor, you've just found out he's terminally ill with cancer and has up to 6 months to live, and you're deciding whether or not to tell him before or after the surgery or before a 3 week trip he's going on in a couple days. I think absolutely we should tell him before the trip to give him give him as much autonomy about the choices to make as he can have. We should be giving him a full and frank disclosure, as much information as can, as we can give him, to let him make the choice whether he chooses to go on this vacation or not. Should be up to him. Next up is beneficence. By telling him earlier, he's going to have as much time as possible to do undergo surgeries or chemotherapy treatment, or these processes that may extend his life a little bit, or at the very least minimize the amount of pain he goes through as he's slowly dying. Next up, we have non-maleficence. Same idea. We're focused on, by starting him on it earlier, he's not going to be suffering, or he's going to be suffering less. He could get medication he could start taking over the trip if he decides to go through with the trip anyways. And both beneficence and non-maleficence, the Hippocratic Oath speaks of, you're just trying to help your patient. You're caring about the physical well-being of your patient and letting him know as soon as you can. It's going to, allow you to help him get better or prevent how much he gets worse. And finally, we come across the topic of, or the idea of utilitarianism. It's telling him as soon as you can he's going to have, it's the greatest good, or the best consequences for the greatest number of people. And him and his family knowing about it as soon as they can, he's going to be able to have time to set his affairs in order. And if he so chooses, he's can tell his family, and they can have time to process it and say their goodbyes.